Hello there, and welcome to another Starfield video. So today we've got a ship build to check out, which I suppose we'll start off, So this is the Phoenix light freighter, I believe. So I built this on stream last Saturday, I believe, because I've been reading a lot of Warhammer. I've been reading a lot of Warhammer the last probably year or two. And there's a ship in Warhammer that I really like, and it's called the Arvis Lifter. And basically what it is it's like, imagine a shuttle that kind of can also transport like supplies, which I guess some shuttles can. It's basically like a light freighter that's meant for carrying cargo. So I made something, and initially when I was building it, it looked a little bit different than this, because I was making use of a mod that allows you to have multiple entry bays and cockpits, and I basically made this so that you could enter on both sides. Now obviously I changed it slightly, so this does use mods, my usual kind of accoutrement of mods, which is first and foremost Sadyrs Merging Mod. You can't leave home without it. And then the three mods that Rooks makes, well, he makes a lot, but I use the better flip parts, better snap parts, and then the build menu that is required for both of them. So the idea behind it, because I did refine it, if you have seen the original one, you'll notice, wait, Crimson, you changed it a fair bit, and I did. The idea is I wanted to kind of have some lore behind it, and the lore is that Hope Tech and Stroud Eklund basically work together to make a light freighter that can be used to lift cargo to and from a planet surface and, you know, bring it wherever it needs to go, while also being like somewhat decently armed. See, the thing is, like, Hope Tech vessels usually they're really good at cargo, but their combat like prowess is not the best. Whereas Stroud, they make really good kind of all-around / combat ships. So, you know, what better way? I really like how it turned out. It's quite small. It does use merging, so I suppose let's get into it. We'll check out the interior first. There's not a whole lot to it. Just because it's literally meant to just carry cargo, and also people if need be. Well, the Phoenix Lifter it's called. What do I call it? So obviously we went with a computer core room because yeah,
boss.
just because I quite like the computer core room. I feel like, you know, it's got a lot of seats. Two there, some there. And you can also kind of have data and stuff. And then if we go up here, we just have the docking port there. And we have the cargo bay. So let's go and check it out. Excuse me. It's a pretty simple build, but it uses those pieces, those merged pieces, or the modded pieces. Let's go, and so first and foremost, we need to enable Sadyrs Mod. One of the cool things about this mod is it doesn't have any lasting effects, so like use it once and then you know reload a save or start a new game and your save file is perfectly fine. I know some mods they'll like edit the INI directly, and then that can cause problems if you're trying to disable it. So there it is. We click it.
Should inspect your
I always set mine to 10, which is here tells me it's slightly extreme, but
ship for heat leeches. Anything I can help
all
you
right.
with?
So let's modify.
Sure. How about?
So we'll kind of break it down into two parts. It's not that tricky. Obviously, you can kind of upgrade this however you like. I wanted to have it like lightly armored, just lightly armed, just because I feel like it's, I don't know, like. Obviously, if you're role playing, it's like perfect. It's got the turret on the top, and then it's got two lasers on the bottom. And like from a kind of a lore / role play point of view, this thing wouldn't really have a lot of defenses because, you know, that's not really the point of it. So we're gonna take our real quick. Perfect. All right, so we'll do the bottom level first. So we have we have the two Stroud Cap A's, port 4 and starboard 4. And then we've got two NG-20 landing gear 4 merged in. So they're basically going to snap to... We've got a Stability Pro on the port side. And then in the middle, we've got the computer core, 2x1 Stroud Computer Core. We've got the Hope 11 Docker. And then we have the Stroud Cowling. Now, if you did use that mod I've showcased it, you could have them one on each side, which looks kind of cooler. But obviously, whatever with this, I didn't want to have too many mods because, yeah, like I personally think that the specific mods are kind of vanilla. The flip parts. You're just gonna snap these bad boys in here, and then you're gonna snap these in on top of them like so. And then at the back here, we've got two SA-40-330 engines from Slayton Aerospace. And then we have a merged cube, which consists of some stuff. So we've got a fuel tank, 500T helium-3 fuel tank, Bliss Solutions. We've got a 104DS Magnus reactor from Dogstar, RD3000 Beta Grav Drive from Reladyne, an NG-20 landing gear wide from Nova Galactic, and then we have a Defender 28T. So in order to get these kind of in place, what you want to do is you want to put your helium tank in first, and then you want to kind of push this in a little bit. Very finicky. Once you have it kind of half in, just select all and A, and it will snap in like so. And then we're going to do the same thing again. We're just going to kind of push it in a little bit. Sometimes, if it is going to, like, say for instance, you're trying to get it in, go in at the side. But if you physically can't get it in, you're going to have to kind of make a scaffold around it. So like, say for instance, like that. And then when you try to put it in like that, see. Select all, and we scaffold. And then finally, we've got the landing gear, which, again, you just coax it in a little bit. Like, oh, back to me. If you're not using the mod to add the cowling, or like to add the second landing bay, you can hide this there, or you can hide it inside there. I just put it there. And then we just put the landing gear, or the, not landing gear, engines there. Like so. And then the top section, so we'll break it down. So we've got the Overseer bridge that snaps on there. We've got two Hope Tech Cap A's that slot on there. One starboard 4, also on the bottom. I forgot to say. Sorry, we've got two Singe 4 megawatt lasers from Lightsight. They're just to give you some kind of point defense. And then next we have two of these Hope Tech Cap A's, starboard mid, port mid. Now next what we're going to do is we've got these two Hope Tech Cap A's. I'm going to show you. So this one slots in right behind the Overseer bridge. And then this one sits on top like so. And then what you're going to do is you're going to get these cargo holes. So these are the only, I believe these are the only piece that's like not technically vanilla. And by that I mean, like, prior to this, all of this is like technically doesn't require a mod. This is the kind of the part where it's been modded. So all you're gonna do is so they come by default, they come looking like that. You're just gonna flip them until they're on their side, like so, and then you're gonna slot them in. That needs to flip upside down the other way. There we go. So we're going to put one there, and then one there, one there, one there. And as you can see here, there is a lot of snap points. So make sure you get the right snap points. You can actually maybe have a gap there. We'll see what a gap looks like. And then once that is done, you're going to put your, we've got a little turret here. I'm going to put this bad boy here on an equipment plate. This is just a Reza 10 PHC pulse laser turret for laser turret for Shinigami. And then next we're going to got 4 of these Hope Tech pipes. Now these pipes are going to basically snap to there, but you'll see they try to move too far forward. You want to put them about there and then highlight all. and they'll snap like so, and then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. As long as you get it like close enough, the game kind of does the work. We're just going to flip this to the other side, and we're going to put that there. Select all. And then I'm going to put the third one there. Select all, like so. Now you can, obviously you can have the gap if you want. You don't need the gap. Actually, in hindsight, I think the gap looks kind of... gap looks a little better, in my opinion, but it's completely up to you. And then finally, what we're going to do, or not finally, we still have a little bit left. We're going to use these two Hope Tech pipes. They're going to just slot in. We're going to be a bit finicky to get them in. You want to... There you. Oh. Okay, so... I see now. Close as possible. There you go. Perfect. So... The only downside of having the gap is these want to snap in the gap, so you kind of have to coax it. Coax it there. Oh, in there. That one. Oh, there we go. That's fine. And we're going to select all. Perfect. And then finally, we have these 4 little pieces here that I've just kind of attached. They snap to the middle. And they're just kind of there to, I don't know, just, I imagine that this like section here is like a little crane. Like this whole thing can like lift up. Ever since Michael, Mr. Freeman, came up with the idea of having a crane. Anytime I've kind of got a vessel that's intended to lift cargo, it's nice to have one. And that's pretty much it. Obviously, if you wanted, you can modify this whatever way you want. If you wanted to do weapons, you could do a lot more. You've got, slap some turrets in there. So like, let's say for instance, put some weapons in there and hide them if you wanted to. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you think. I'm really happy with it. Obviously, it's not an end game build, but I think it looks really awesome. I know that's kind of biased because I built it, but I don't know. I really like purpose-built vessels, you know, that are kind of for 1 or 2, and specifically smaller vessels. I feel like this is sort of, obviously, the intent behind this is that they want to basically have Freestar Collective. They, you know, want to have a ship they can use to deploy supplies and people to anywhere on a planet. But because of its kind of the build, you know, quality and kind of house, like it's effectively an A class. Is it an A class? Okay, it's a B class technically, but you could easily make it an A class, and it's kind of like affordable. So, you know, like if you're starting up your own outpost, you could buy one of these bad boys and get the job done. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you think. As always, if you're interested in, you know, kind of any tips and tricks when it comes to building, I've a lot of videos on my channel kind of going over building, and I also stream Friday and Saturday, and I almost always will do a build at the start or the end of the stream, so you can kind of see the build process. We also have a Discord, Starfield Anonymous, with some amazing builders in there. So if you want to join and talk about Starfield or get tips and tricks, again, you're more than welcome to. Yeah, that's pretty much it. As always, guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.